Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Play Branson, and this is a very special edition. This is our 100th episode.
Happy 100!
Yeah, and it's also Valentine's Day, and so
Yippee!
we only
Happy
could
Valentine's
we could only
Day.
do this. We could only do this if you guys love us enough to keep going, so to say, and so. This is going to be kind of just the reminisce episode and just talking about what we've done the last couple years here on Play Branson. And we brought Haley back today.
Yes.
So,
woo!
Haley, good to have you here.
Yeah.
And so, you know, as we talk about Valentine's Day, like one of the things that this changed your life.
It totally did. I mean, I got a boyfriend out of it. No longer in the picture, so,
Yes.
you know, but I mean,
Yes.
it happened.
But
so.
anyway, you got some free stuff for a while.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, here's the deal, guys. She does not have a boyfriend now.
I don't.
So I'm taking resumes for both of them. I will qualify you and then I will pass along, okay? So anyway, just, you know, Valentine's Day, we thought that would be really kind of an appropriate thing to say.
Yes.
But anyway, you did like, what did we say, about 80 some
About
episodes?
80 episodes, yeah, quite a few.
And then we passed the torch off to Lane over here.
We did, yeah. She was absolute blessing to come along.
And so, and we've always told people that you kind of still help behind the scenes and you're still helping to do a lot of the production and coordinating a lot of this stuff.
Right, yeah, and that's just a fun part too, just being able to do all of it. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, she's actually the one running this. So,
Yes.
I mean, she's the brains behind the operation.
Yeah.
No offense.
That's okay. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. So, you know, we started Play Branson to really help everybody out there to get to know our Branson entertainers better. They're so talented. There's so much to learn and know about them, even really beyond the stage. And so I think we've done really a good job of really sharing awesome stories of Branson entertainers.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's just been so neat to get to know the story behind these entertainers and just find out more about their life and just their passion. So it's been really neat.
Yep. Folks, we'll be back in just a minute. Hang tight.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to Play Branson. I'm Chris Meyer. I am one of your hosts today, and we have Haley Westrich here, special appearance today. And then Lane Victoria is also here. And so we're just excited to be celebrating our 100th anniversary. And we love Branson shows. We love Branson entertainment. And I mean, it's kicking back up. Like, shows are starting again.
Yes, they are. We have a few that are going right now, and then most of them will kick in at the beginning of March. So it's not too early to visit Branson.
Yep, it's not too early. And you guys be thinking about your summer vacations, your fall vacations, Christmas vacations, but spring break is right around the corner. And we've had a ton of entertainers on this show. Haley, do you remember our first entertainer we had?
Soji Tabuchi.
That was right.
Yeah, that was a
Shoji.
pretty fun one.
So,
told some jokes. I didn't really get them. And I mean, they teased me for the longest. That was a joke, Haley, every time I come into the studio. So, yeah.
So he actually brought his violin and fiddle, or
He did,
fiddle and violin, and played it on the show. And then we kind of got to learn about that, you know, he'd been on the Grand Ole Opry, that he had been with Terry Bradshaw in his band. And so we learned a lot of stuff, and we're looking forward to his return to Branson in 2019.
Absolutely. We've had some pretty funny guys too. I mean, some that come to mind are like Andy Park, Shannon Thomason. Oh my gosh. I mean, every time they visit, it's just hysterical.
They are crazy dudes. And we've had lots of crazy comedians, and sometimes they come in their personality and sometimes they don't.
Right.
You know, so this last year we had Jim Barber. You know, that was the first ventriloquist that we had, and he was quite funny.
Yeah.
And then we've had we've had a lot of, just different types of entertainers too.
Some magicians.
Yes.
Quite a few
You want
of
to talk about
those.
that?
Oh man, we've had like Rick Thomas and Taylor Reed. We interviewed Reza on his coach, and we had Brad Ross. That was a pretty fun one. Got to be sawed in half, so that was an experience I'll never forget.
You got a lot of YouTube views on that, didn't you?
Last time I checked, it was like in the thousands, so pretty neat.
Yeah. Of course, we had Dean Z on, the #1 Elvis tribute artist in the world. So that was really cool. We've invented some words on the show. We've had one time I had a fly flying around me. That was crazy. And we're swatting it. We do not do a lot of double takes here. Very few. There's only been a few times that we've stopped the camera. So what you get is live, real, authentic. We have a really low budget, so we can't afford to go back and shoot more. So, Lane, you've been kind of new. So tell us about your experience as being the new person.
And I would love it if we had retakes. That would be my favorite. But it's been wonderful. It's been great to meet the entertainers and to hear their background and just what brought them to this point. And of course, I'm in the entertainment scene as well. So it's just been really neat to connect with different people in town. And there's just a special spirit here. And I love this town. And I'm getting my whole family to move here. My big brother's moving here and everything too.
There you go. Sounds like the Lennons and the Osmonds.
So
there you go. Everybody's moving in. Or used to be. That years ago, that's what happened. The Lennons brought 40 some odd people with them when they moved to town. So, hey, we want to give a shout out to Jimmy Osmond out there. We know he's had some health issues. And so, Jimmy, just know that we're thinking about you and we're lifting up our prayers on your behalf. And so we hope that you get well soon, by the way. So anyway, we lost Roy Clark this year as well. That's big legend in Branson, really helped establish the Branson really entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And so I know the other night at the Chamber CVB, they recognized him, and but really influential in our town.
Major icons. I mean, we've had quite a few major icons on our show as well. Mickey Gilley, Johnny Lee, quite a few that have been really awesome.
We had Jim Stafford this year as well. And so the other thing that we've done from time to time is we've actually tried to interview the artists that have come into the area maybe as a one-off. We had Disciple that was out at Silver Dollar City. And so sometimes we'll do not the typical Branson entertainer. We just did Jordan Felice.
You did the Newsboys, that was last year, yeah.
So, and then we've even gone out of town. Probably one of my highlights this last year, I went out of town and actually interviewed Michael Sweet with Stryper.
Yes, that was one of your favorite. You talked and talked about
her
it.
band of the 80s. So we may have some more of those coming up for you this year. So here's the deal. We want you to tell us what you want to see this year, and go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/playbranson. Send us a message on who you'd like to see on the show, because we really don't do a lot of duplicates. I mean, we do some, but not
Just
very
a
many.
few, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, we're going to give you some highlights of some of our shows, and we'll be back in a little bit. So watch this. And so Terry Bradshaw. Now, see, this is something that people are not going to find out on your show. And folks, you heard it here on Play Branson. Shoji Tabuchi started Terry Bradshaw's band. That is really cool.
Yeah. Right in the country vault, and we have just fallen in love with this place. We really have, the whole family. My wife loves it here. My son is 17, and it's just, it's our new home.
And that's part of that cool thing about having best of both worlds.
You
can be just a regular guy and then go to work and be try to be the greatest entertainer of all time, with Elvis Presley. So it's a really cool mix.
All right, everyone, let's make some magic. Check this out.
When Matt and I met 16 years ago. Yeah. 16 years ago. When we met, he was my boss, and we got married 8 years ago, and now I'm his. So it works out.
That's her favorite joke.
That's her favorite joke.
And we try and put on a really energetic show, that people can
interact with. You know, they can sing, clap, dance if they want, stand on the seats, do whatever they want to do.
Dancing, I mean, you guys have to check out his brush dance. I mean, that was like the best part of the show, right?
Thanks very much.
So you have also a rodeo background.
I do. I rode bulls, crazy enough. Back when I was 18, 19 years old, rode with riders like Luke Snyder, who's a professional bull rider living in Springfield now, working at Bass Pro with those guys up there in the PBR. But yeah, tried my hand at bull riding, and I was horrible. So I realized, let's get a guitar, do something different.
I'm the youth pastor at New Beginnings Fellowship.
And you do crazy stuff.
We do crazy stuff. Well, everything that we do crazy is still centered around getting those kids to understand that they need a friend, and the best friend that I've ever had is Jesus Christ.
I feel like God's opened a lot of doors, you know, especially with The River. The River was literally one of the edgiest songs that a lot of these PD, like the radio PDs in all over the country, like every time they would talk to me, they're like, man, we've never played anything like this before. You know what I mean?
Andy was supposed to be here.
Yeah, Andy is here. He's
Oh my gosh.
I'm cool.
What happened?
Let me get comfortable. Okay, do I look like Luke Menard now? All right, bring it.
I am a mini golf champion.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think I've gone around to every mini golf place at least twice, and I'm trying to beat my personal score. And I have a few friends from the theatre who try and take me on, but they just haven't put the practice in. You have to put the practice in and know the course. So that's what I do here.
There we go. We're here with Jim Barber, and actually our very first pet we've ever had,
Really?
Chico Pete.
I'm not a pet. I'm the mannequin American. A mannequin American, si senor.
My wife has family in Northwest Arkansas, or Arkansas, for those of you that don't understand me. And so it was either LA or Branson. And so we picked Branson to be closer to family. And I didn't want to sit in traffic for 2 hours, just to get to work every day.
At first, I really just knew him as the guy in the long black coat with the perm.
Now, I don't know if it was really a perm. Was it a perm?
I'm just going to tell you, it was okay to have a perm back in that
Okay,
day.
then I had a perm.
That was a joke, by the way.
Hey folks, welcome back to Play Branson. You are you're watching our 100th episode, and so we just want to thank a lot of people for making that happen. And so I got to thank Kevin Shorey. Kevin Shorey really let us use his studio at the Branson Mill, and him and his team worked incredibly well with us. They then moved to the Sanctuary Church for a while, and we went out there. They let us use it out there. And so now Kevin has since moved on to Nashville. And so Mark Kingsbury, who's standing right behind this, Mark is, he's been helping us, and he had worked with Kevin as well. And so we just want to thank Mark and his folks that have helped make this continue to happen. And so, we've had different locations, different sets, but quite frankly, that's not what's important to the show. The important is interviewing the entertainers so you get to know them better and more about Branson shows. So anyway, hats off to all those people for helping to make it happen. So anyway, any thoughts on that?
No, I mean, it's just been such a pleasure being able to work with everybody in the team here. I mean, it really is a team effort to put it together, and audience members like you. So we just really appreciate you guys viewing our shows.
Yeah. We also have to thank Gary. Gary is the guy that normally takes all of our pictures and posts those online of the entertainers, and then us with the entertainers. So shout out to Gary for doing that as well. We have some great episodes coming up. Do you remember what those are? I'm putting you on the spot.
I know we have Brandon Mashburn from the Mansion Recording Studio. And
that'll be our first producer that we've ever had on the show. And so
he's got some serious credentials, and he's hiding there in the Mansion basement. And I will be recording there later today, actually.
Wow.
But
tell them hi.
I will. Yeah. And is it CJ Newsome that we have?
After that.
So, and that's going
to be a great episode. Well, and we haven't filmed the other episodes, but we've already, little secret, we've already filmed that episode. You're going to want to watch that episode. There's some funny stuff and cool stuff.
Oh, very cool stuff from from the CJ episode. Yes.
Yes.
So definitely stay tuned.
So that'll be coming up. And so, folks, if you're at home watching this and it's February 14th, go celebrate Valentine's Day. And if you don't want to do it on Valentine's Day, do it on the weekend. And they can go. There's shows going on. There's restaurants open. There's attractions open in Branson. And as always, if you need help planning your Branson vacation, you can go to the folks at ibranson.com or call them at 877-ENTERTAIN, and they can help plan your entire vacation. You know, the other thing that we have done is, besides the shows, is we've given people like tips. And we've taken them on location to different attractions, whether it's Dick's 5 and 10 or, you know, restaurants and those kind of things. We've done some of that as well with the show. So.
And I was just thinking off the top of my head, there are a couple shows that are going right now. That Reza is going, an incredible magician in town that Haley mentioned, and also the Petersons, who we had on the show. That was actually my first interview, and they're over at the Little Opry, and both fantastic shows. So just a couple ideas.
Well, and the Haygoods just opened up as well. And so Legends in Concert is open. So, you know, a lot of times people think there's nothing going on in February, and that's really far, you know, that's not the truth. There's a lot that's going on in February here in Branson. So we want to just say thank you for watching. And we just ask you, keep watching. Let us know what you think, how we can always get better. And we're here for you. And we hope you have a great Valentine's Day. That's what we ought to do. Is we ought to be. We could be up here.
It'd be kind of fun, actually.
No, see, you're not doing it. You got to do it too. Are you? He's filming right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Aren't you filming?
Woohoo, dance party.
Here we go. Here we go. Woo! Celebrate!
Oh, that'll be great. Do not delete that footage.
That's awesome.